From the station that made country music famous, 650 AM WSM, this is a Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast. Hey, it's Charlie Matos, and in this episode of our Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast, we Zoom with Filmore. This was recorded February the 16th of 2021. We were in the depths of a winter storm here in Music City. We would talk a little about the weather. We'd also talk a lot about Filmore's new single, Nothing's Better. 6 Mile every single time. That is brand new from Filmore on 650 AM WSM on Curb Records from the album State I'm In. And it is a pleasure to Zoom this morning again with our buddy Filmore. It is good to see you, and it is good to know that you are just as cold as we are in Nashville, Tennessee.
Got my big camo sweater on. I'm just over here bundled up, man, just taking it in.
Yeah, it's been an interesting few days weather-wise, huh? Is this your first kind of winter storm that we've really dealt with since you moved to Nashville?
No, I've been here almost 9 years,
okay.
So it snowed a little bit more back then, and then I feel like the last 3 years we haven't had anything really. And then also, you know, this first year I'm really kind of here all the time because like there's so much travel before, so you either miss it or whatnot. So, but I'm from Missouri, so I'm pretty used to this. But like I was saying earlier, it was good for a day. I'm kind of over it now, but maybe I'm just getting older.
Yeah, you get your good Instagram photo, everything looks pretty, and it's like, okay, now I want to drive, I want to get outside again, right? So
yeah, I did it for the wife. You know, I was like, all right, let's go sledding, even though I don't want to at all. But
that's how I feel with my kids. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm freezing.
I've seen a few people try to pack snowballs with this type of snow, and this isn't the right snow for that. This is an ice ball. You don't want to do it with that. It's like little mini hail.
That's right.
Early yesterday, I went in the backyard and I was like, all right, I'll go sledding if you throw. So she made ice balls. She was making ice balls, and I brought my wooden baseball bat out there, and I was having her pitch them to me in the backyard, and I was just swinging and hitting them. It's on my Instagram, actually. There you go. That's what I did on Instagram yesterday.
That's a good idea for my boys. I'm stealing that, Fillmore, for my boys. We're going to do that today. Thank you.
Well, last time you joined us was for the official release of the album State I'm In. And take me back to putting that record out, because that was a really personal record for you. Was it recorded during 2020, or did you get it done ahead of time before we had to shut everything down? I'm curious just as how that came about.
Well, yeah. First off, it's great to see you guys again, and glad everyone's doing well. It was a really cool project to put together, but to kind of explain it as fast as I could, I actually finished it in 2019, and turned it in, and it came out a year later. So we actually would drop singles off of it over the course of that year, and then the whole thing came out as a big package with extra songs in September of 2020. So as much as I have done a lot of recording in 2020 and for all the next stuff and everything that's about to launch continually, that seems to be the cycle. About a year before is when I get everything kind of packaged ready, and then everything gets put out, and then you kind of just keep it going that way, because I put music so consistently out. So I think half the stuff I've written in 2020 will be out in 2021 with a bunch of other things as well. There might be songs from 2018. It's just best song wins. So
yeah.
I got to ask, we've been able to do these Zooms, and this gives you kind of an inside look into people's houses, and it looks like you're in your bedroom there. And like my wife would typically have art over our bed, you have a Wheaties box. Who is
Eric.
Box?
All right, so this is not my bedroom.
Okay.
Not the guest room either. This is actually my office, where I am literally like, I got one room in the house and I just destroyed it. So it's just like, there's a golden tea machine. Here's my studio.
Yeah.
This is a like day bed. So like someone can like sit back here and write, and you can have like an extra guest, like use this room. And then there's this other, anyway, this is like the hodgepodge room that I get stuck in to work in. The rest of the house is great. This is just sort of like, I'm sorry about the view. The Wheaties box is Russell Wilson, though.
Oh, yes, Seahawks, baby.
Okay.
Oh, huge Seahawks fan. That's awesome. Why Russell Wilson?
I played Watershed, I think in 2017,
Nice.
maybe 2018, and then we're close friends with his manager and got to meet him. I got to play his golf tournament. He's just been an amazing human and supporter of my music for the last few years. Like I played I was the only. It was me and I opened for Sierra. It was me and Sierra. Like he had me open his like whole golf invitational in Seattle and stuff. So he's just been a fan, and I'm a huge fan of his. And I'm just thankful for his entire team and everyone that kind of is taking care of me. So I have a lot of Russell Wilson things. There's even like I even have a football from his manager that. And it was Russell Wilson Passing Academy. And during 2019, I took it to all these stadiums across the country, and I would kick a field goal. Like I did one at Indianapolis. I did it at all the college fields. I did it obviously at the Seahawks Stadium. And I'll kick a 40-yard field goal in my military boots I wear all the time, and my Nike military boots. And so then the athletic directors or whoever let me in they would sign the ball. So I have this like, it's kind of cool. So
that is incredible.
Wow. That is the story.
He's a wonderful guy. Great partnerships. Very, very cool.
So did you make the 40-yard field goal?
Yeah.
Every time, man.
Really? I'm impressed. That's pretty good. Okay.
He could be a kicker.
Yeah.
He may try out.
All right. So the crazy part about that whole thing is like, I didn't learn that. Like, so I did that in high school my senior year, and I hadn't kicked since. And high school was a while ago, long while ago. So on my radio ad, so this is my ad day today to country radio. This is the wake up morning of my song on the radio, and my ad day was in April of 2019 for my other song called Slower. And on that day, I was in St. Louis, and I went to my high school field for some reason, and my brother held a football, and I kicked a 40-yard field goal, and we took a video of it, and people started posting it, and I was like. And then then they posted on the Today Show, and I was like, maybe I'll just start kicking field goals everywhere. So
there you go.
So it's literally on this exact type of day is when that thing became a thing. And so maybe I'll do something today. Maybe ice balls will be the thing.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh, I love that.
Man of many talents.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned Watershed, though, because you have done a lot of cool festivals. You did Stagecoach, obviously CMA Music Fest here in Nashville, Country Thunder. You have been on the road with everybody from Blake Shelton and Carrie Underwood to Lauren Elena and Pitbull. So I got to ask, what is the opening experience different from Carrie Underwood's crowd to the Pitbull crowd? Because I'm a Miami guy. I went to the University of Miami, and Pitbull's a Miami guy, so I feel some connection on that guy level, too, so.
Of course, he just bought a racing team. You see, he had a guy in the Daytona 500. Yep. It was pretty awesome. It's so cool to see. Michael Jordan has a guy too, or a couple guys. Anyway, Pitbull was probably the coolest human ever. My mom is from Colombia, South America. Moved here when she was 15 to the States, and so my entire family is Hispanic and bilingual and everything like that. And so the first thing I did when I was backstage hanging out with Pitbull was FaceTime my mom and then hand the phone to Pitbull, and he talked to my mom on FaceTime in Spanish for about 8 minutes, 10 minutes straight, and just like an amazing human. And I'm just sitting there laughing the entire time. Just my mom's freaking out on the phone, like Mr. Worldwide, just nonstop Spanish. I'm sitting over there like, yeah, it's my mom. They're just doing this.
Mr. Worldwide. Oh my gosh, what a moment. Wow.
Super cool, dude.
Oh, that's great. So are you hoping 2021 is a little bit better for getting back out on the road? You keeping your fingers crossed?
Yeah, I'm super hopeful. I'm one of those people that's definitely optimistic about the entire situation, no matter what weather gets thrown at us right now. I'm hoping sooner rather than later. I think people need it, and I think that there's got to be something to look forward to. So I'm looking forward to whenever that is. So
well, you referenced Slower. We'll feature a little bit of that as we wrap this up. The brand new single is out today. It's called State I'm In. It's always a pleasure to Zoom with our friend Filmore. It's good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have
Filmore.
a good one. Thanks for listening to our Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast. Our program director at WSM Radio is J. Patrick Tittle. Our digital producer is Haley Hall. Marketing and promotions director is Amanda Cannon. And I'm Charlie Matos. If you like what you've heard, make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And leave us a review on iTunes. It really does help new people find the show.